Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. In this section of Matthew, Yeshua was talking about character qualities, not individual acts. He was describing the process of our becoming like Himself, complete in the fullness of the qualities of God. Peacemaking is the result of that process. When our will is completely surrendered to God's will, and we are walking out our lives according to His principles, then we are considered peacemakers and sons of God.
Peacemaking is an active process. Just as Yeshua reconciled us to the Father, His call is the same for us, to bring that peace wherever we go. We're to share what Yeshua did for us, and not just talk about it, but take action to reconcile. This peacemaking isn't just between us and others, or intervening to help break up fights. God also called us in the same way to help reconcile others to Himself. Paul says in his letter to the Romans, "While we were yet enemies, we were reconciled to God through the death of His Son. How much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved by His life?" The biggest peacemaking task for us is to help others be reconciled to God by our Messiah, Yeshua.
And one of the greatest testimonies of this peacemaking effect is right here in Israel. Many terrorists vowed to destroy Israel and the Jewish people. After encountering Yeshua, they've now become some of her most ardent defenders and friends. The only true peace process proven to work against the most bitter of hatred is the good news of Yeshua, our Messiah.
Going back to persecution, there is a reason that the followers of Yeshua were persecuted, and that you too will face anger and hatred by people who don't believe in Yeshua. The role of a peacemaker is a very different role than a peacekeeper. Yeshua was light in the midst of darkness, but man preferred darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. So they worked to put out the light. The light of Yeshua shows every sin, self-centered desire, and lifestyle that is hidden in darkness.
If you are walking with God, obeying His word, and living a holy life, you will stand out. Living a righteous life will surely draw fire, as the life you live clearly shows unbelievers something is not right with their lives. If we endure with Yeshua, as the prophets and the great ones of old, we will share in His reward. This is an amazing promise when we believe His word and look towards His kingdom. Then we can truly face these trials with joy, knowing as we have shared in the fellowship of His sufferings, that we will also share in the joy of His salvation and victory.
Being pure in heart, being a peacemaker, and endurance in trials are some major areas to be praying for this week. Make sure you are digging into the study guides and take the study a day at a time. Don't rush through the teachings. God may need to speak to you on one area specifically, and you may need time to process and receive prayer from another believer to help break through your problem. Connect with us if you need prayer and invest consistent time in praying and the study through the week.
Remember, like everything in life, with the amount you invest into it is the measure that you will receive. It's about building a healthy and lasting personal relationship with God and with other followers of Yeshua.